Hey, it's Pastor Dan from Dexter Gospel with another Proverbs Practical. Thanks for watching today. Our proverb today talks about how we can be refreshed and be refreshing even in a work setting. We're in Proverbs 25:13. Proverbs 25:13 says, "As the cold of snow in the time of harvest, so is a faithful messenger to them that send him, for he refreshes the soul of his masters." Now, I don't know when you're watching this, but as we're recording it, talking about the cold of snow is not all that refreshing because it's really cold outside. And my first thought about this verse was that it's kind of odd. You don't really want a snowfall when you're trying to harvest your fields. But this doesn't say that the snow itself is what is welcome. Instead, it speaks of the cold of the snow. And that makes more sense. Harvest can be hot, sweaty work. If you've ever worked on a farm, boy, that is hot, sweaty, hard work getting the crops in. They don't have refrigeration yet here, so they can't go home, pop open the fridge, and pour a glass of cold lemonade after a day in the fields. But they did live in an area that was mountainous, and sometimes up at the top of those mountains, there might be ice and snow while it was still fall harvest time and pretty warm down on the slopes where they were harvesting or down in the valleys. So from what I understand, sometimes they might take ice or snow from the mountains and bring it down for the harvesters so they could have something cool. Or maybe it was just a cool breeze blowing off the top of those mountains. Either way, blast of cool, whether it was water or air, it was so refreshing. In the same way, someone you can trust to do the job you send them to do is incredibly refreshing. Whether it was simply telling the person you were sending the message to accurately the message that you wanted delivered, or whether it was carrying out some task, having someone who would do what you would do so you don't have to do it yourself was amazing. Having anyone who could represent you faithfully, not focus on their own desires and interests, was like a cool drink on a hot day of harvest. This has obvious application in the context of work and family. When you find an employee who can be relied upon, who doesn't forget or neglect their instructions, who doesn't need to be micromanaged, who can simply be sent on a task and know they're going to do it, they are refreshing. You probably ought to pay them well and take good care of them. Likewise, if we want to be valuable and appreciated employees, or for that matter, family members, or in any other relationship, then we should be reliable, faithful. Make sure things are taken care of even when somebody isn't standing over us, even if it's far away, even if it's difficult. We'll be a refreshing change from so many others in that setting, and that kind of value tends to be rewarded over the long run. In a spiritual context, I have to wonder if we ever refresh the soul of God. He sends us as messengers, doesn't he? Envoys into this world with the message of Jesus Christ and the mission of representing Him. If we don't represent Him accurately, or if we get sidetracked so that the message is never delivered at all, that is not refreshing. God shouldn't have to stand over us, so to speak, supervising every moment to make sure we go where we should and say what we should. We should be faithful messengers for Him. In a world where faithfulness like His is so rare, let's be refreshing to God too. I hope this video is a help to you. If so, hit the like button. If you haven't already, subscribe to our channel. Until next time, I hope you stay well and both give and receive refreshment of the soul.